Agreed with that. Definitely thought 20 plus, didn't quite think 21. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and great news. Yes, that's right. Blackbird Anthem are joining us right after these messages.
On Galaxy 107 FM.
Yeah, mate. That's a good idea. Yeah, mate.
Taxi.
Sorry about that.
No worries, no worries. I wanted to say too, you know, we greatly appreciate that you having the U.S. flag up there along with the New Zealand flag. So that's special. Thank you.
Well, I'll give you a little secret into that. I was born in Phoenix. I was brought up here in New Zealand. I was adopted by an ex-WW2 vet here in New Zealand, and crazy guy, really was. He blew stuff up for a living.
Hey, sounds like a good job to have.
Yeah, I learned all this as I grew up with him and three brothers. Believe me, if you want something blowing up, ask.
Okay.
It's always fun.
You're right. Little tannerite and then a long range shot, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I'm pretty good with a rifle too, I got to be honest with you.
Don't forget you're on Facebook Live.
I'm on Facebook Live. Yeah. Good morning, folks. Glad to have you guys along today, and I am so excited because we have Blackbird Anthem joining us. Almost said Bluebird like the chips. No, Blackbird Anthem are joining us, coming out of Florida, the Sunshine State. It is the Sunshine State, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah, I got it right, absolutely. And of course we've got Derek joining us, and really elated about this, Adam Martin's joining us, and Lee Thompson's joining us. Of course we're talking about Derek Brightwell, the bass player. He was the first initial contact to Galaxy, so he gets extra points. Don't know about his shirt though, we'll have to work that one out. Sorry guys, we like to have a bit of fun here at Galaxy, so if you're up for giving me a bit of stick, well, I can take all three of yours.
Now don't forget these songs.
Even though I was born in the States, I'm a Kiwi by heart, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. And we're not too bad for being down in the sticks, I've got to be honest with you. We're in between where we are, in between three major cities. Little town, but believe me, we all the staff here moved from the biggest city we have, Auckland, down here. It was basically economical for us to do so, and we came down here. What we do here, we could do in Auckland, but I don't think we could do it so well.
Mm-hmm. And evidently, like I said before, you guys are doing something phenomenal. So you're in a small town. We live in a small town as well. And so big things can come from small towns.
Absolutely, absolutely. And believe me, where I was brought up in another little small fishing village that had a coal mine interest as well, which my father used to work. Believe me, it's all go. Little towns can make big impressions around the world. Anyway, absolutely. Let's go live to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM at 6 after 11 o'clock, 22 degrees. Barbara, I worry about you when you get that close to your phone and start whispering things. Maybe you're giving away trade secrets.
No, I'm just saying hello to Chris.
You're saying hello to
Chris Andreas.
Chris Andreas. Nice to have you. Oh, say hi to Jimmy for me too, Chris. Absolutely stunning artist coming out of Canada. And talking about artists and stunning work, we're joined this afternoon over there. Blackbird Anthem's joining us. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Or should
Glad to
I
be here.
should I say good afternoon over there? It must be getting on to early evening, about dinner time.
It's evening. It's
Nice, nice. I hope you guys have got a few drinks there. You might need it after this.
they'll be coming. It's always the Lee Thompson.
Okay. They say no. Fair enough. Now, joined here today, we've been joined, of course, by Adam Martin, lead singer of the band, and then we've got Derek Brightwell is in there as well. Love that shirt. I really, really do. Really, really do. And, of course, Lee Thompson, you're joining us. Big fan of the cap, I've got to be honest with you, so welcome along. But I've got to admit, Derek, you're the odd man out. What happened?
The sun was really hot today, and this is a really bad sun.
They got one of those winds, apparently. So, gentlemen, and I will apologise up front for this interview. It'll be like no other interview you've ever done before. And we kicked everything off with Bipolar Princess.
Sure,
now, I want to know all about this and why are you making sure that nobody gets their ass hit as the door closes?
So the song, there's a saying, I don't know if it's a kind of international but there's definitely one in the south of the U.S. that says, if you're going to leave or whatever, if you're pissing and going, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. And so I was kind of sitting around one day and thought, what would be a really funny story to write a song around using that line? Don't let the door hit you in the ass. And so, and then I heard something somewhere, someone used the term, a bipolar princess. And I'm like, the two have to go together. So, started writing the song and said, what would that look like? Yeah, so the guy's going to meet a girl in a bar, and then, like, sometimes it happens, you find out, as Lee would say, she's got a head full of snakes. And
I have no experience in this area. I have no experience in the area of heads full of snakes, trust me.
So this relationship goes from this great kind of, really fun, hot little thing into all of a sudden now she meets some dude on the internet, he's rich, and she's like, and he says, well, bye. I was going to, get rid of you anyways. So see you later, Miss Little Bipolar Princess. And so, yeah, it's just a fun little song. And Derek and I were just talking that, you don't know what song is going to connect with what audience. Some people, they connect with one of the other ones from the record, or Lucky You, or from our EP, Come Kiss Me. And so Bipolar is one that it sometimes gets a lot of traction with some crowds, but I think it's great that you guys kicked off the show with that one. And then do you play it all the way through to where you hear the door slam at the end of it?
Absolutely, and believe me, everything I've been getting is actually fed through from production. They absolutely love your music. Now, let me tell you, it is not easy getting an interview with us here at Galaxy. I've got to be honest with you. The team here, Barbara gets about 30 bands a day, literally from around the world, wanting to do interviews, play the music, all that sort of stuff. Then she takes it to production, and Barbara whittles that down. And believe me, sometimes it can be very entertaining listening to them argue about what's good, what's not. And then maybe out of that, by the end of the week, we might have about 10 bands that we give to our board. And they keep our image, if you know what I mean, in mind all the time. Then it comes to me. Now, besides nobody being brave enough to be able to get in the car and drive with me in the country roads,
we haven't been down there yet.
no, well,
So once we come down there, then we'll jump in the car with you.
well, I tell you what, we will talk about that later through the interview. But literally, that's where I make up my decisions, because I'm the final say. I'm the one doing the interviews, whether I want to be able to do this or not. So I listen to the music in the car and just go for a drive. When I first heard your music, I absolutely loved it. In fact, I pulled the car over, opened up the doors, turned up the stereo, cracked a cold one. Even it was L&P.
That's great. Thank you.
And literally enjoyed your music. I really, really did. Couldn't wait to get back to the office to say, let's do this, Barbara. Love the idea. So let's tell everybody a little bit about a Blackbird Anthem. First of all, Adam, you're a sergeant, you're a returned vet. Tell me a little bit about what it was like in Iraq, if you don't mind.
Well, I deployed to Iraq with the U.S. Army in early part of 2003. So right when the war was getting started. The war started in March of 2003, and my company landed boots on ground in May of 2003. So very beginning, not a whole lot of infrastructure. I mean, it is sometimes referred to as like the Wild West of the time of that war. And so, I mean, I'm not going to glorify anything other than what it is. It's war, and war sometimes is pretty terrible. War sometimes is very hard. But at the same time, I was proud to go and proud to be there fighting, and not just for our country, but for countries and stuff around the world. And that's kind of been the mission of the U.S. military for a long time. So, but our main job was we provided security for supply convoys. So we would escort these supply convoys, about 25, 30 semi-trucks, tractor-trailers, and we would be riding in about 4 to 6 Humvees, and we would make sure that convoy was protected from enemies from the border of Kuwait and Iraq up to a place called Camp Anaconda, a little bit north of Baghdad. About a 500-mile one-way trip. And missions would go last anywhere from about 3 to 5 days from the time we left to the time we got back to our camp. 1,000 miles, 3 to 5 days, and have a day of rest, a day of prep, and then go out and do it again.
You know, down here, down under, we can't actually imagine what that would have been like without experiencing it firsthand, I've got to be honest with you. But at the same time, Lee, you've had an experience in the armed services as well.
No, my service was, I was what we call now the 80s Army. I was a paratrooper. I worked within special operations during most of the 80s, or all of the 80s. But then I left the military and became a police officer in San Francisco for 20 years. So my experience is different, similar. I understand the sacrifices. I understand the issues, but yeah.
You know, that commands a huge amount of respect. First of all, we have Sergeant Adam right here with us, and of course now a police officer, and Derek is a bass player.
Someone's got to do the bottom end, you know what I'm saying? I will protect and fight for Derek till the end, trust me. That's right. Trust me. A bass player is a bass player is a unicorn here. When you find a good bass player, you protect him with your life.
Absolutely. That explains the shirt. He's a unicorn. Got it.
Yeah.
I understand that. Now, tonight we ride, and Adam, the whole reason basically of why I asked you about Iraq and your involvement in it is you brought yourself back home after you've done your service and taught yourself how to play a guitar and then taught yourself how to sing. Believe me, very, very impressed. I really, really am. And we're going to talk about, of course, the Josie Awards very, very shortly because I really want to be able to let the people know. You know the Hollow Boys? Yes, last year's band that really, really hit it off. This year is Blackbird Anthem, and that's why I'm that impressed. I really, really am. We will talk about that soon. But first of all, Tonight We Ride. Adam, tell me all about it.
Well, like you said, when I came home, like many returning soldiers or from around the world, you go to battle and you come back. It's a little bit of a struggle reintegrating back into regular society, and I was no different. I had my troubles and my issues, and it was actually at the suggestion of a VA counselor, Veterans Administrative Counselor, that said, you love music. Why don't you learn to play something? I think it'll help you and bring some balance back to your life. And so I thought, hey, I'll accept the challenge. And so I borrowed a guitar, started watching YouTube videos, and first song I ever wanted to play was Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. And very great, kind of easy chord structure and strumming pattern. And it just kind of took off from there and started figuring out how to sing and what my range was, and started writing songs after that. And so I had the idea of wanting to write a song that paid honor to all the men and women I served with in my company, the 810th Military Police Company out of Tampa, and as well as all of those soldiers, Marines, any military anywhere that have been part of protecting or part of a supply convoy. Because that's the heart of being able to continue a mission and continue wars, beans, bullets, medical supplies, and getting those to those up there that are fighting those front lines every day. And so that's what the song is about. We had a great platoon sergeant, Sergeant First Class Mike Seagraves. He would remind you of like a Bruce Willis type, shaved, bald head, just kind of a tough guy, but we followed him in a battle anywhere because we trusted him in doing. And that's what he'd say, all right. And a lot of our convoys in the beginning were at night. And because we had night vision goggles, and we are the best military in the world for fighting at night. And so we would go out on these routes, and we'd roll out. And literally every mission we went on, whether it was a day mission or a night mission, all the missions but one, we were attacked in some way. Whether it was small arms fire, sniper fire, IEDs, car bombs, mortars, rocks, anything. We get attacked in some way on every mission but one. So it was a big. It got to the point. It's not if we're going to get attacked. It's when were we and where were we going to get attacked from. And we were very fortunate. We did not lose anyone in our company. We did have several people that were injured, but everyone that deployed came back home. So we were very fortunate for that. And so I wrote the song as paying respect and tribute and honor to all of those.
I finally understand. I really, really do. Absolutely love the song myself. I got to be honest with you, Adam. I really, really do. So live right here at Galaxy 107 FM with Blackbird Anthem themselves. Here is Tonight We Ride. It's warm, Barbara.
Yeah.
How you feeling, guys?
Oh, we're having a blast.
Nice. Derek, you're a little quiet, my friend. What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Adam is our prolific songwriter, and he's the one driving the train forward. We're on this crazy ride with him.
Nice.
Trying to push it even farther.
Oh, okay. I just thought you were shy.
Oh, gosh. All right.
Oh, look, they're shaking their heads. They're not shy.
See, I told you you're going to need a drink after this. Maybe therapy. You never know. You're talking to Kiwis, you see. Wow, there's a downside right from the start.
Yeah, look at this.
Gotcha.
Now, so the next questions I will ask you is how the fans can get a hold of you, because believe me, we've got a huge amount. I got to let you know too, for Bipolar Princess, you were getting around about 1,700 requests to date. And for Tonight We Ride, I was told that we were getting up again just close to 1,790 requests. So believe me, there's a lot of people out there that listen. We have you in a number of shows, I must admit, and they are literally, I think we have them in 16 hours a country. Monday night show we have, that's on a Sunday, by the way. Monday night we have you guys in the artist show because we knew we were going to do an interview with you. And then at the same time, I play you in the breakfast show because I don't get a chance to play anything because everybody requests stuff. You know what I mean? So we play you in there as well. At the same time, we'll discuss the Josie Awards coming up and talk about that, how it felt to be able to go to the Josie Awards and receive an award. Well done, by the way. That's a really cool thing to do. We have a few friends of ours that are Josie Award winners as well, much like Michelle Lee, for instance. 8 times now she's received awards.
Yeah.
So we'll have a chat about that. So let's go back to the desk. Who's with us?
We've got Cheryl.
Cheryl. Love you, darling. Nice. Thank you for coming back. We'll go to the desk.
Have Dean, Chrissy. Who else?
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 23 after 11 o'clock. It is 23.5 degrees. That's warm for winter time, coming into summer, even though we've only just turned our clocks forward. Still the little last licks of winter upon us. Tuesday, October the 8th, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by the boys themselves, the men themselves, coming out of Avon Park, Florida. Yes, Blackbird Anthem. Good evening over there, guys.
Good evening. How are you?
Morning to you.
Yeah, it's coming almost about lunchtime, about 11:30 right now. So believe me, I know a few of the staff will be going over the lawn to go and get themselves a cold one somewhere.
That's right, yeah. We're not far.
Believe me, I can see that happening because I know the staff, literally. Now, at the same time, guys, I've got to ask you, because believe me, the fans want to know, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, do you respond?
Yes, and yes. So yeah, we do have all the standard social media, Facebook, and everything's under Blackbird Anthem. We are the only Blackbird Anthem, so you don't have to worry about, is this the right Blackbird Anthem or not? So we're the only one. So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on Snapchat, and we're about to boost that back up again. We're on YouTube, blackbirdanthem.com, and do we respond? Yes. We don't have a management company, an agent, so everything, we're 100% independent. So if you send a message to Blackbird Anthem, either on Instagram or Facebook or through our website, you're going to get a direct response from me. So I'm the one that does all the responding. Unless you ask a specific question for Derek or Lee or Jeremy or Cole, you're going to get a response back right from me. So yes, and we love to interact with our fans because those are the people that we write, and we play music. It's for us, but the fans too. It's important, and we love that connection. We love to connect. So yeah.
I fully understand where you're coming from, Adam, and it's nice that you do respond. But first of all, I'm not going to apologise if you get another 5,000 Facebook fans, for instance. That could be traumatic.
Absolutely.
Could be traumatic.
That's a good situation to be in.
Yeah.
Please, stop with your friends.
Well, I tell you something. Just not so long ago, and believe me, I haven't actually had a phone for about 2 years, maybe a little more than 2 years. I simply chose not to re-up and buy myself all the latest whiz-bang stuff. I thought, simply because, guys...
That doesn't have anything to do with several ex-wives, does it?
No, not yet. I'm still planning those ones. But at the same time, what it was basically is that when I leave work, I like to be able to go home. I'm a pretty family-orientated guy, if you know what I mean. I like to be able to go home, have the privacy of having my family life separate from my work life. Up until a point, you see, I had a Barbara for all the Facebook stuff and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Up until literally our websites, web pages, everything started to blow up. Then about 3 weeks ago, Barbara says to me, you know, Grant, bugger that, you do it. Yeah, literally, she has so much work, she couldn't be bothered responding to myself. So I'm relearning how to be able to respond to people, for instance, like on Facebook. Yeah, that's better actually, thank you. I can see you now, and I now feel sorry for you to be able to see me better as well. Sorry about that. Now, at the same time, you guys have been involved in the Josie Awards, and I'm going to talk to you about that and how it felt, what the experiences were like. But I got to let you know, last year's winners of the same category you guys won was a band called the Holler Boys. And we had no idea who the Holler Boys were, I got to be honest with you. Sorry, Adam and Larry and everybody else. And we were watching, literally, on the internet, the live feed they had of them receiving this award. They'd no sooner gone back to their seats and Barbara's phone's ringing. And we're going, what's going on here? And this guy goes, hi, it's Adam from the Holler Boys. We just won an award. And we're going, yeah, we watched. But unfortunately, we didn't get the same effect from you guys this year. But so happy for you guys to be able to take out the Southern Rock Band of the Year. Now, tell me about that. How did it feel not only to be nominated, but to receive an award?
Well, I heard about the Josie Music Awards about a year or so ago from a friend of mine, D-Rock. I don't know if you know D-Rock or not.
Yes.
But he's multi-time winner of Josie Music Awards. And he said, hey, there's really something you need to check out. And then earlier this year, he gets a hold of me, or he makes a post on Facebook and says, hey, congratulations to my friends at Blackbird Anthem on their Josie Music Award nomination. And we got a nomination, so I'm shocked that we're nominated, and ended up being in 2 categories for Southern Rock Song of the Year for the Train Song, and Southern Rock Duo Group of the Year. And so we ended up coming home with the Southern Rock Band of the Year. We went up to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, at the Dollywood at the theater, and we just had an amazing time. Josie and Tina Marie, they're just amazing people, and the whole event blew our minds, and to walk away with an award, it was really special. And we're going to be, we see a big future in partnership between us and the Josie Awards for sure.
Very, very cool. Now, nice that you mentioned D-Rock. In fact, we're catching up with D-Rock on Wednesday. Tomorrow? Thursday.
Thursday,
sorry. Yeah, we believe me, we do a lot of these interviews. So, but it's nice that we can catch up with D-Rock, and very, very cool that you mentioned his name. I gather you're also friends of Ryan Weaver's.
Yes, yes, we are. We just opened for Ryan a couple weeks ago up in Orlando. And Ryan and I have worked together a couple times and on some projects together. But let me give you a little thing. When you talk to D-Rock next week, ask him to sing Biscuits and Wine. Right? Yeah, just write that down, make a little note, and he's going to laugh his head off. He's going to say, you've been talking to somebody.
I've got a note of that, I really have. Yes.
D-Rock, we got to perform together earlier this year in Seattle, and we love it when we can work with either other veteran artists or patriotic artists that great people, just amazing, genuinely good people, talented artists. We have a lot of fun.
Nice, and thank you for the heads up on that. I'm going to actually throw that one at D.
Make sure you do.
And I hope it gets a good reaction. Other than that, he's going to turn me off. I know that. So thank you for that. At the same time, we have had quite a number of people over the years that have gone through the process of course, Dollywood and the JC Awards and everything like that. We're also, is it that over-the-top Dolly at Dollywood?
It's really not. It's not over there. They have. I mean, it's Dolly's this and Dolly's that. But it really. And I don't know Dolly. I've never met her, but it seems like she just wanted a good kind of down home, very family friendly place for people to go. You know, and that wasn't over the top. It wasn't cheesy. Matter of fact, I was looking around the place to get a T-shirt for my daughter, like of like the very young Dolly when she was first starting out, and they had very, very few shirts or very, very few places in the park that even had her face on them. So it's more about Tennessee. It's more about family and down home country cooking.
Great roller coasters.
And those two. So it's not over the top Dolly. You know, if you go to some of the other theme parks, you see the theme of the park everywhere you go. And Dollywood's not that way. So we loved it, and we're looking forward to going back and spending some more time at the park next year.
That's really, really interesting. And Derek, man after my own heart, I like the roller coasters and everything like that as well. So believe me, when we get together, and believe me, I'm going to have a chat to you about that. I think you and I, Derek, are going to be in for a little bit of trouble, I got to be honest. And Adam, Lee, you guys, well, you know, it's a lot of fun down here, down under. Now, well, while we're doing this, we might as well do it now. Have you considered maybe coming to the Antipodes down here, down under, and doing a few shows?
Absolutely.
Yes, we would love to get down there and just. I've never been to Australia. I've been to New Zealand, that area. Sorry, never been. Well, you down under. Forgive my lack of geographical knowledge.
Yeah, well, Adam, don't worry about that because we will take you to Australia. I don't prefer to go there myself, but I do like their money.
Hey, it's
been just like New Zealand money, right?
No, it's better.
Oh, okay.
It is because it's theirs. We like to take it away from them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know the banter that we have here in New Zealand against Australians, much like Americans and Canadians, the ice hockey thing you guys have got going on. Ours is rugby, and right now, in fact, we're in the World Cup for rugby. It's happening as we speak. Pretty good too, by the way. The All Blacks have won every match. We got 100% so far, and we are the former world champions because we're playing to retain it, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that's
awesome.
But at the same time, guys, we played without helmets and pads.
Well, that's the thing. Rugby is football for men. That's the way I understand it.
Yeah,
American football for men is called rugby, right?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. You know, that's exactly it. And so we have a rivalry, of course, Australia being our closest cousins across the ditch. You've got to have that healthy competition stuff going on, if you know what I mean. So
let's do this. Let's then, when we come and we play in New Zealand, let's make Australia jealous that they have to come to New Zealand to see us play.
No, we don't want them here.
We don't want that?
No, Adam, what are you thinking? No, we don't want that.
Now, I'm going to let Lee talk.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's put it in terms you might understand. We'll do sorties over there and come back with their money.
That I do understand.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go and just drop in, do a few shows, bugger off again.
All right.
Believe me, you need counselling once you leave there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have friends in Australia. I have to be nice. I have friends in Australia. But
I feel sorry for you. Or them.
well, they didn't start there. They live there now. So I do have good friends there, and I respect them, and I respect Australia. But
Okay, Lee, fair enough. And believe me,
Political correctness?
Always
Is that a
naughty.
thing there?
No, it's all good, believe me. We do love Australians, we really do. It's all about the competition stuff, if you know what I mean. But we would certainly be there to back them as much as they would with us, as you would know, through ANZUS and everything like that. So believe me, we're very, very close to each other. Bit of banter, we don't mind that. Now, at the same time, guys, I got to warn you that us Kiwis down here, down under, we're a little crazy.
It's okay. We are good. We like a little crazy.
Okay, so
We would not feel home and comfortable if there was not a little bit of other crazy besides us in the room.
but that's cool, because now it makes me feel like you might be up for a few challenges.
Lots.
That could very well be a possibility.
See, that's a dangerous state.
Yeah, exactly. That is very, very dangerous, because got to ask you guys, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No.
That's a new one.
Okay, you're familiar with caterpillars, right?
Sure.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big, it's white, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini, to be honest with you.
Call those things snakes here.
Not quite that big. Maybe a little bigger than other appendages some people might have, but
Okay.
you know, they are quite big. At the same time, what you do is you put the live body in your mouth. You don't eat the head, it's yucky. Rip the head off. But when you crunch down on this,
Next one.
it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I
And
love butter.
the indigenous folks of New Zealand, known as the Maori, they today still eat this. Still eat these. They really, really do. But we have a thing here in New Zealand called the Wild Food Festival, where literally you can eat something that really should not be deep fried. I got to be honest with you, but it is quite a spectacular thing to be a part of, and we'll take you to be a part of that. And
Well, if it tastes good, I'll eat it.
nice, and believe me, nothing wrong with the little something to
little
watch.
whiskey never hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
You have whiskey down there in New Zealand?
Oh, mate, we what flavour did you want? We'll make some for you.
You are sure getting out there. We are.
Yeah.
We're speaking our language here. So
Absolutely, we'll make it for you if you want it. Otherwise, we've got every brand you could ever think of around the world here in New Zealand. We don't get taxed for making our own alcohols. We really don't. In fact, the government encourages us to go and have home brew kits and stuff like that. So it's not like the boys up in the Appalachians and stuff like that.
okay.
And believe me, guys, I've been to America a number of times. I used to stay in a place just out of Nashville called Newport. And those guys, they used to live in the bush at night.
Hey.
So I know what moonshine's all about, and I know what it tastes like, stuff like that. In fact, I got a taste for it. I got to be honest with you. Now,
That must be what's right with you.
sorry.
That must be what's right with you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, at the same time, I don't know, Barbara, we could take them down to Queenstown, throw them off a bridge. What do you reckon?
You're going first.
I'm going first. Yeah, absolutely. I always do. It's a lot of fun. Queenstown here in New Zealand, you'd be surprised who is walking the streets down there. You might even bump into Kevin Costner or Shania Twain, somebody like that. It's a boutique town, literally, where the prices are exorbitant, but absolutely stunning, stunning place to go. We have a thing here in New Zealand called bungee jumping, and we love to push people off bridges.
Okay.
Now,
I've been skydiving. He was a paratrooper.
yeah, well, I was also going to cover that one very, very shortly, but at the same time, you guys, not being Australian, will attach the bungee.
Oh, we would appreciate that. But you're so kind.
I don't do rubber bands. I'd rather care for myself. I don't do rubber bands.
Fair enough, too. Well, I do a bit of skydiving, Lee. I really, really do. I'm a member of the local club. So if you feel like taking in some silk, I'd be more than happy to be able to have some time with you.
Absolutely. It's been many years. That was my former job. I loved it. I haven't had the urge lately. I survived it. I've had 4 malfunctions. One of them tried to kill me. The others not so much. But it's been a while. But I am not adverse to going up. And you're not going to tie me to yourself and try to make me a rucksack. I will jump. I'm not being somebody's rucksack. I'll tell you that right.
Yeah, believe me, I fully understand where you're coming from there, Lee. I do. And I've been soloing now for about 15, 20 years. So believe me, I get every opportunity to step out. That's me. I'm a part of it as well. Having said that, guys, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
Zorb?
Yes.
Zorb?
A Zorb. Z-O-R-B.
No, that's a new one.
Okay, this is a big clear ball that we will put you guys into, one per ball, if you know what I mean, and we'll push you down a hill.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that on TV.
Again, you're reminding me of Max What?
Well, you know, at the same time, we'll put some runners in front of you. You know, it's always fun, especially if you've had a few, watching the expressions of their faces as you roll over top of them. I love that.
I mean, that's wonderful. They're more like bumpers, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like now we just need to find a venue down there, or a couple venues to come play at.
Well, we can take care of that, and believe me, we really, really can. I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 shows here in New Zealand. Make it worthwhile. Maybe about 10 in Australia, as I said, because we like their money. It makes it worthwhile. Having said that, Barbara is the manager of Aurora Entertainment, and she can work everything this side, get your visas, all that sort of stuff. We have backlines, we have staging, we have lighting, you name it. We can take care of that. But we do need a few sponsors on board as well. You know what I'm saying? So, well, there you go. If we can come to an agreement, we'll be able to get you down here. It's got to be. I've got to be honest with you. We're a little selfish. We like to be able to put a couple of our bands on stage as well, do the curtain raises, stuff like that, because it's all about giving our artists enough time on stage to get them conditioned to go overseas, represent our country as well. So you never know, we might be able to come to a contra there where we can work something out, send some of our bands with you if you like them good enough.
Fantastic. It's about, we're not about, none of us are rock stars, none of us are divas. It's about community, it's about cooperation, it's about sharing the music. We're about that. No one here is trying to be a rock star. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 years. I'm nobody's rock star, but then again, I play drums. So, yes, absolutely, yes. Cooperative, bring people, learn. You play with someone else, you learn, you can share. It's wonderful. So, yeah, absolutely.
That's a great idea. It really, really is. And believe me, with the amount of requests we've been getting for you guys, and we've only been playing you now, maybe 3 weeks? 3 weeks. So the interest is absolutely phenomenal. This is why we are doing the interview. I've got to be honest with you. Your talent is well deserved. It really, really is. And especially songs. And I got to be honest, tell me about Train Song. I love this track.
Mm-hmm.
So, Train Song. Most all of us are huge fans of Johnny Cash. And Johnny Cash, what did he write? And for me, I mean, what did he write songs about? He wrote songs about trains, about having a broken heart, about women cheating on him, and drinking, and killing. And so what I tried to do, almost inadvertently with the Train Song, is write almost like a dedication to Johnny Cash about all the songs, all the topics he wrote about, but put it in a Southern rock type format. And it's what we call in the States, it's a murder ballad. But it's about just exactly, and I call it the Train Song because I really didn't know what else to call it, but everything kind of centered around, and the course of his life went him getting on that train and going down to New Orleans to settle his score with this this clean-faced city boy, and he doesn't have the facial hair, and we're gonna get Derek on board soon with that. But so that's what the train song is about, and that's kind of one of the ones that we feel is part of our signature sound as a band, as a Southern rock. That's why it's the first song on the record, and it's just and we open a lot of our shows with that song. Not always, but just because it sets the tone, it sets the mood. It's one we're really proud of.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Adam. It was the first song of Blackbird Anthem that I heard, and don't forget, I'm in the bush driving along country roads, listening on my stereo, just absolutely loving it. I really, really was. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM is Blackbird Anthem and Train Song. I'm sweating. It is warm. It really, really is. Get on your wall. How you feeling, guys?
We're good. How's it going from your end?
Nice. No worries.
Not messing us up too much, are we?
No. Now, I've just been told I've just got to go around and recharge a couple of computers. Hold on a sec.
All right. Yeah.
It's cool. Oh, hold on.
I'm still here. Oh, and there's the dog. Alright, settle. Settle down. I thought I may as well come and talk to you guys.
Right.
Yeah, I'll put this in your face. How's that?
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Are we doing okay for you?
yeah, that's fantastic. I'm loving it.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Grant's just rebooting the computer downtown fell over. So he's coming back. I'll move over. Get up here. Get up here.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries, man. You're good.
Okay, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 12 away, it's 10 away from 12, 20 degrees. That was my prediction for this morning, literally. So quite happy that we're still hovering around there. Tuesday, October the 8th, and absolutely elated because coming out of Avon Park, Florida, the Sunshine State, by the way, is this year's Southern Rock Band of the Year, Josie Award winners, Blackbird Anthem. And guys, it is an absolute pleasure to have you guys joining us.
Good to be here.
Now, at the same time, you guys are coming now into wintertime. Well, you know, summer's starting to run out pretty quickly over there. Are you planning on getting together and writing new stuff? Are you going to be coming out with a new album for next year?
We are. We're lucky. We have probably about 6 or 7 songs for the new record. and our plan is to go back to the studio summer of 2020. And so we are incorporating some of those songs into our live shows and just kind of testing some audience reactions and see how they respond. And everything that we have so far is our audiences, our live shows. They're really liking the new material. And we have other things coming out. Just a few months ago, we released our first music video to the song "Lucky You." So that one's available on YouTube. Filmed that here in Florida. And then we just got back early this morning from California. We were in California all weekend filming a music video for our song 22, which is about the epidemic. And I imagine it's a global issue as well, but the epidemic of veteran and military suicide. So it's a song that we wrote to kind of raise awareness about that issue and that problem, and we filmed a music video for it over the weekend, and so that'll be out hopefully by the end of this year.
You know, we were going to put in 22 as well. We got a number of your songs, but unfortunately we were limited with the amount of time that we could play and discuss and put everything like that in. But I will be asking you back again in the near future, because we would love to be able to catch up again and talk about maybe some of the songs that we haven't played, and maybe play some of the new stuff that you're looking at coming out with very, very shortly, because we would love to continue to promote you guys. Now, at the same time, when I asked you about how we could get hold of you, I do know that you have a website. Is your music on there? At the same time, is it on places like Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, where I can get all of our fans, go and buy this? Believe me, you're going to absolutely love this music. Can we get it there?
Yes. So music is available to stream on our website, blackbirdanthem.com. It streams through the website through Spotify. So we are on Spotify, we are on iTunes, Amazon, we're on iHeartRadio, Pandora. We do have merchandise as well. So if they're interested in actually having a physical copy of the CD, we ship everything ourselves, so we can autograph it, personalize it. We have posters, hats, T-shirts, and stickers, all of that stuff. So all of that's available through our website.
You know, unfortunately, you guys have just walked into this one, because now I'm going to say to you, how would you like to send me a few copies of your CDs, maybe a little bit of merch? If you got any shirts or something, I'd certainly love to be able to promote you guys further down the track while we're doing these interviews. Of course, today I'm coming out of course, New York is the band Vox. They're touring with Tesla right now, and believe me, Donnie and the boys love you guys, really, really do. It's all subliminal, believe me, when we're doing this. For some strange reason, the camera seems to find the whole thing.
And some sizes.
Yeah, okay, we'll certainly be able to do that, and thank you very, very much, because we want to keep Blackbird Anthem rolling here at Galaxy, so we'd love to do a few giveaways. Believe me, our fans, they grab it stuff free anyway, I know this, but especially a Blackbird Anthem, with the amount of requests that we've been getting for you guys, I think they'd do cartwheels and everything to be able to get their hands on some of your products. Having said that, of course, don't forget, go to the website, go and check out the merch store, go and buy the product, do that, and tell them I sent you. Do that. Now, you guys,
for Grant.
Your influences, Whiskey Myers, absolutely love Whiskey Myers, especially Chris Stapleton when he was with them, those guys. Johnny Cash, of course, you were talking about Train Song. I see you guys doing at least one good tour at Folsom.
I would love to play somewhere like Folsom.
Yeah.
Because Lee has a background in law enforcement. I have a background a little bit in corrections and law enforcement also. And
I have a background needing to be corrected.
That's why we keep them up.
I see why you hang out with these guys, Derek. I really, really do. They'll keep you in check. They really, really will. Especially Lee. No?
Yeah.
I don't do check anymore. I've done a check. I do let the line out, milk the fish.
Well, I tell you what, we've got plenty of that here in New Zealand too, my friend. We really, really do. And where we are, literally, we have not only the mecca of fishing, hunting, you name it. We've got our fingers on the pulse right here in Kawerau. We really, really do. Have you guys ever heard of Lord of the Rings?
Vaguely, yes.
Okay.
So the name Frodo comes to mind.
Something about a hairy foot, short man.
Yeah, and big feet, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Orklanders go down there. Of course, the Orcs. They go down there and have a look, because about an hour and a half away from where we are right now is actually Middle Earth's Hobbiton, and we can go and
right?
yeah, go and have a look at the set, everything like that. Peter Jackson would be happy for you to spend money there. I know that. I know Peter well.
And we'd be happy for Peter Jackson to hire us to perform.
Our bourbon assistant is an authorized expert on anything Hobbit, anything of that era. Yeah, and she's probably going to she's giving me a really dirty look right now. She's wanting to get a ticket right now to come.
Well, when you're here, and believe me, I hope your bourbon assistant will be joining you, Lee, because believe me, we would love to be able to have the families with you guys come down and experience the Kiwi way, if you want to put it like that. And we have an absolutely stunning country. We can show you up and down the countryside, take you to Auckland, our biggest city, meals on the harbours, taking the backdrop, all that sort of stuff. You know, Barbara's favourite sport, of course, being shopping. The girls, I'm sure, would get into that one.
Go ahead, get me in trouble. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I got to be honest with you, and I'm sure Adam can understand this. I want to get Barbara tattooed.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Yeah,
down for
yeah, let's do that.
When we come down, see, that's one of the things I love. And you can see this, and maybe we can show, but, I mean, I do have a lot of tattoos, and the really cool thing about them is I get them in different places that we go play.
There you go.
So I would absolutely, you find the tattoo shop, put me in the direction of a good one, I'm getting a tattoo in New Zealand.
Well, we do have a few friends of ours here in New Zealand that are tattooists, and from around the world that are coming to New Zealand to do shows and stuff. You never know, we might be able to put you guys in a festival where we can get, maybe a few Canadians, a few Americans. You know, I said well because maybe I was thinking Australia. I really should stop doing that. And some Kiwis. Get us all together. Let's have a big festival, you know, and a few brews and a few tattoos. I'm going to get into trouble, aren't I?
Yeah, you. Grant?
I got the name. Blues, Brews, and Tattoos.
There you go. Barbara's going to make, well, actually, Terry's going to make a note of that. She's writing it down as we speak. Now, as I was saying, your influences being, of course, Whiskey Myers, Johnny Cash. I see here Leonard Skinner's in the mix. Now, the bass player there, Larry passed away this morning, age 70.
Yeah. The loss of him and Ginger both in the same day is devastating. I met Ginger Baker many years ago at Tony Williams' funeral, and I was the only time I've ever met the man, but I've been a fan of his since I was a child. Incredible loss, and with Larry as well. You know, 38 Special, Leonard Skinner. It's just incredible loss. And we're losing a generation. We need to understand that. Yeah.
Exactly.
In addition to helping veterans, that is the main mission of Blackbird Anthem. But the submission is keeping Southern rock alive, real music. You know, everybody plays in our band, and we're always trying to go to that next level, that next notch, learn that next lick. Even playing at this level, I've been playing. I'm 43. I'm 47. Been playing since I was 17. I still have a bass coach to this day.
You know, I absolutely love that. And when you do come down here to New Zealand, well, you know, I play a pretty mean triangle.
You know what? Look, Grant, bring the triangle, bring the cowbell, and you come on stage with us.
You know,
it's a requirement.
We have this thing here in New Zealand, there's never enough cowbell. We all know how to do that. Would love to be a part of it, I really, really would. So, yes, and I keep telling people, my cowbell stands on the ready, it really is. So, yeah, but I got to be honest with you, Adam, I don't sing, can't sing, won't sing. Well, actually, I do sing. I sing tenor, or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that could possibly hear me.
I remember that. So you're saying your favorite Christmas carol is Silent Night?
Absolutely it is. And the neighbours appreciate that so greatly.
Yeah, our influence is huge. You know, my dad, I grew up listening to Skinner and Elvis and you know, and Alabama and all these, and 38 Special and all these, you know, different. And then I'm 43. He must have been in a coma for 4 years, and that's why he's 47 now. But I'm not saying. No, he's not talking.
He's the dad.
But then, you know, I grew up as an 80s guy too, and listening to Guns N' Roses and hair bands, and then kind of going through those years of grunge and of Seattle and Pearl Jam and Nirvana, and so I love music. And just because we play Southern rock, I love a lot of different types of music. Lee's got a background. He played punk and rock, and then he was in a blues band.
I was in many blues bands. I 25 years in San Francisco. I got too old to be a rocker, so I switched over to blues bands and found my niche. I've been blessed to play with many blues artists that aren't with us anymore, and became a student of the genre. I'm the serious blues. I can't call myself a blues man because I'm not. I'm white. But I can call myself a student of the blues and a serious fan. So yeah, Southern rock blues, that's my wheelhouse.
Grant, that's the reason that we're so tight. Seriously, we've been joking a lot, but seriously, the reason Blackbird Anthem and specifically Lee and I are so tight, my background is largely blues as well. I was mentored by one of Ed James's drummers, Jeff LaForce.
Okay.
So I'm very, very, very grateful.
You know, I absolutely love that. That's a great idea. I really, really do. And is that Stella? Yeah, you drinking your Stella there?
Yeah. Well, we're not supposed to be showing it, but yeah.
We're trying to hide the label, but yes.
We had to move in from the studio to the porch to get a better signal, so we're sitting on my porch here overlooking the lake, and we're drinking Stella and bourbon. So I apologize if anyone's offended.
No, that's quite all right. It really, really is. You see, I'm quite envious. I got coffee.
You need some rum shot of creamer in the coffee.
Well, this is true, but believe me, my bosses won't let me do that. They think I'm crazy enough at work.
Right.
You know what I mean? But having said that...
and let's have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But having said that, I mean, after work is always a lot of fun with the staff around here. It really, really is. You get their life stories, everything like that. As long as they keep buying me drinks to listen to them, I'll do it all day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think one of them's only just figured out how that's worked in the past. we have a thing here, not too far away from us. Well, you know, the government has this requirement where we have to have a fire drill once a month so that everybody knows where we're going to congregate, all that sort of stuff. You know, safety first. Well, to the meter is a bar right there. Guess how many fire drills get called in a year?
Well, I was just thinking, you know, if you had a fire drill, is very similar to, you say it's a free beer drill. And you put it in one location outside, and then when you yell, fire drill, free beer drill, everybody runs to one location where the beer is.
And in my world, that would be about 4 times a day, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, there's always hope there. I'm lucky if I get it maybe twice a week.
So now you're getting me to the point where I'm looking for land in New Zealand.
Believe me, Lee, I can sort you out. I really, really can.
You can buy mine.
Now at the same time, I'm really going to ask you, where did you get these works of art done? And where was your production team? Where was your studios?
So all of the songs that we have recorded as Blackbird Anthem were recorded in Fort Myers, Florida. Producer Julian Sunby, amazing producer from Sunby Entertainment. Not only is he an amazing producer, he's a great friend of mine. So all of you out there as well, he's got a studio right now in Fort Myers called The Fort, because he's a huge patriot as well. And so look up The Fort on Facebook and Julian Sunby. And he just he was able to take these songs and these ideas that I had in my head and bring them into a sound that I wanted. And so everything has been recorded there. There is a song that's going to be on the next record that was recorded up in Durham, North Carolina. But everything else, it's going to be recorded in a way that's going to show a progression of the band. And I think each album or each release that you have should show a little bit more variety of what we can do as a band or what we can do as artists. So the next record, there's even one song that even has a little bit of almost a jazzy feel to it, but it's still going to fit into the Blackbird Anthem sound.
You know, I absolutely love that. I really, really do. And I got to be honest with you. For almost 40 years now, I've been an engineer, not only doing radio as a DJ, but getting into the studios, also doing live, traveling around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world. And believe me, you'd be surprised to have worked with, and really, you would be. But I haven't listened to music, and I have an ear for it, if you know what I mean. I can't fault your work. I really, really can't. Got to give the compliments to the studio and your production team that have produced this particular work. Now, I want you to tell me about Lucky You, because I think this is an absolute gem. Tell me all about it.
So do you want the version I tell on stage, or do you want the truth? Because the version on stage is a lot more interesting.
You're about to get in trouble.
The true version is the one that, of course, is my wife understands and knows, and God bless her, I love her, Amy. We've been married for a little over 23 years, and so the story that I tell on stage is the story of the song. It's about meeting this redheaded woman at a show who really wants nothing more at that moment than just to spend some time with the person in the band at the end of the show. And this is the ultimate, I think, iconic rock star song, where you have a late one night stand because you're trying to get over the woman that's in your past, and you share a night together, and then you move on down the road, and you don't remember anything except for her red hair and the 4-leaf clover tattoo she has on her ass that says "Lucky You." I don't remember her name, but I remember that tattoo, and that memory sticks with you. So I'll tell you the true story around the song. So no, it's actually very innocent. My oldest daughter, she's a huge music fan, and before I learned how to play and sing, her and I would go to all kinds of concerts together. She was my concert buddy, my oldest daughter, and I took her to an outdoor music festival in St. Petersburg, Florida, and there was this young woman standing in front of us who had the most gorgeous tattoo on her right shoulder. And I'm an ink guy, I like ink, and it looked like a butterfly had landed on her shoulder. That's how three-dimensional, the shading, the colors, the proportions, just gorgeous tattoo. And I found myself looking at the band on stage, looking at the tattoo, looking at the band, looking at the tattoo, all of that. And so on the way home, from the show, I'm still thinking about this tattoo and how great of a piece of art that it was. And then I said to myself, I don't even know this woman's name, but I remember this tattoo. And I'm like, there's a song. So I'm like, what would the story around, if I was to write a song, right, which writing about a young girl, I'm standing in behind at a concert, that's lame, right, so I can't write a song about that, but what can I write a song about? And so that's both the true story and the stage story of Lucky You.
Well, it's out of the bag now, I got to be honest with you. Everybody in the world has just heard about it. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined by Blackbird Anthem Live, is Lucky You.
Woo!
How you feeling, Barbara? You alright?
Hot.
You're hot. Yeah, believe me, I am too. Really, really am. You know it's 90 degrees
I
Fahrenheit
don't know
inside
what
here?
that is Celsius.
What is it outside?
Outside it's 23 degrees, 24 degrees Celsius.
Which is what in Fahrenheit?
Oh, God only bloody
You
knows.
worked that out?
We have machines. We have machines that tell us stuff.
We thought you were a mathematician and knew.
No. Don't accuse me of being intelligent. Come on. That's not fair. So the next song that we have is Southern Ground. We'll have a chat about that. Then after that, and by the way, we'll convert this this video we're making at the moment over to YouTube. We'll give you a copy of that. Some crazy photos as well. We do that to everybody so that you can put it on your phones, show all your friends. These are Kiwis, not healthy, don't do it. You know what I mean.
You're crazy, Grant.
Right.
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're crazy
believe
of
me.
you.
But so's everybody else. You have to be nuts to work here. You know that.
Okay.
To be able to put up with me, you have to be anyway. So we'll get onto that as well. But at the same time, guys, I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to talk to us down here in New Zealand. We really, really love you guys here.
You've made new friends. It's wonderful, man. We really appreciate it. Love you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And I've got to be honest with you, Lee, Derek, and Adam, very, very humbled to be able to do this interview with you guys. I really, really am. I absolutely adopted your music straight away.
We live in nowhere, Central Florida. Believe me, we are incredibly we're so happy to be able to do this.
Nice.
Because we should be sitting drunk in a bar right now. We have no.
Hold on, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 15 after 12 o'clock. Yeah, I know we're going over a little time, but I think this is warranted, I really do. 24 degrees downtown. Yeah, not bad for a winterish kind of winter. It's been a short one, I got to be honest. Very warm, unseasonably warm. Tuesday, October the 8th, and I'm joined live, and I'm very, very humbled to be joined by Adam, Lee, and Derek, coming out of the band Blackbird Anthem, and apparently Avon Park now is famous around the world. Nice, and it is an absolute pleasure.
Did not want to be responsible for that.
Well, I tell you what, Adam, 62 countries, 94 cities, and assorted towns around the world are tuned in right now, and are absolutely loving your music. Of course, Lucky You, coming into the score, literally, you're up around about 4,500 requests in the last 3 weeks that we've been playing it.
Wow.
It's an honor, thanks.
And we can go on the video. YouTube, watch the video, love you, Blackbird Anthem. The official video is out.
Now, I got to ask you, Adam, have you ever heard of somebody coming out of Nashville by the name of Steve Baker?
Steve Banker?
Yeah.
I have not. That's a new name for me.
Okay, he has a company, Visual Image Marketing. Now, this man has his finger on the pulse. He really, really does. And what he does is get you into the hard rock cafes where you can have your videos seen there. Everywhere there's a video and an audience that looks at a video, this man has his fingers in there somewhere. Coming out of Nashville, this guy. Would you mind if I got Barbara to introduce you guys?
I would love that and greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Believe me, I've got great faith in Steve. I really, really do. He's been a fan and a friend of ours for a number of years now. Has picked up on a number of our bands. We've picked up on a number of his as well, I've got to be honest. So it's a two-way sort of thing that we have going on. And he promised me if he ever takes one of our bands, he'll keep me in Hoo Hoo Grubs, which I'm excited about.
So Grant, you're saying you're disturbed and you're comfortable with that?
Wait, I have to write that down. What's the name?
Well, let's not forget, we come from the land of grub gobbling.
Hey, if it tastes like peanut butter, I'm in.
Yeah, but seriously, it really does too. I got to be honest with you, it really does. We will send you the instructional videos so that you know I'm not pulling your leg or anything. For real, we really, really do these things. And we have a lot of fun doing it. At the same time, you never know, one day the Wild Foods Festivals, for instance, might open up a stall where we can dip chocolate all over women and just eat until our heart's content.
Okay, we do have a single person in the band. He is single. He is 19. Okay, his name is Cole Yana. So all of the listeners out there that really like young men with long, like golden locks, look him up on Instagram. It is Cole Bear. B-E-A-R. So, and let me tell you something about Cole. Cole loves older women. And his mother's going to kill him.
Oh, you've just set him up, unfortunately, Adam.
But Cole is single. So all the rest of us, we are spoken for. Jeremy is married. I'm actually scared of his wife. She was in the U.S. Coast Guard. But Amanda, I love you. But yeah, Cole is very single, and reach out to Cole, ladies.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get him off the plane at this rate.
Oh, man.
And we won't be able to bring him into the studio here because he'll get molested straight away. I know that. Having said that, my wife has been trying to give me away now for about 30 plus years. So Cole is not safe.
Then we have to bring him with us.
Nice, yeah. And I'm pleased you mentioned his name because we were trying to figure out how to pronounce his last name. So thank you for that. That's really, really cool. Now, at the same time,
Trust me, you know, he's not related. We get that all the time.
No,
Is that your son? No, it's not my son. My sons don't look like that. But yes, he's.
And I want to take a minute too to briefly mention our lead guitar player Jeremy Chestnut.
Yes.
Jeremy is a phenomenal just person, guitar player, and I'm sure you're familiar with the award-winning and top country artist Mark Chestnut.
yep.
Mark is Jeremy's uncle.
Right. Okay. Now, I kind of looked at when I saw his name. I thought, you know, there's something going on here that is quite familiar. Thank you for that. At the same time, of course, you have Joey, Josh, and Sam from time to time drop in and play with you guys as well. Yes, we've done. You know, I told you about the CIA, didn't I?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You've been doing your research.
Yeah.
Joey is a very good friend of ours. Great lead guitar player, and he fills in for us sometimes when we need him. But a great guy, Joey Kirkland.
Also a guitar player, great guy.
Nice.
And I still want to know where you got Larry from. We have to speak about that.
Fair enough too. Now, at the same time, I want to talk to you about Southern Ground. Now, this song literally has made a tidal wave impact here at Galaxy. You're up around about almost 6,870 requests in 3 weeks that we've been doing this. This is phenomenal. How did you do it? Tell me all about it.
So the song Southern Ground, it's, Derek was talking about this a little bit earlier, where we want to help revive original Southern rock music. There was an era in music where Southern rock was the buzz. It was what what everybody wanted, and was all over the airwaves. And then I don't know what, but something happened, and Southern rock music became almost a thing of the past, and it became like there was this golden age of Southern rock, and then it changed, and music changed. But everyone still loves it, but there aren't a whole lot of bands out there still doing Southern rock music. Scooter Brown Band, Marine Veteran, Whiskey Myers, they're a Southern rock band, Blackberry Smoke, and so we're like, this is our sound also. And so having that in mind, and then thinking about what are all the things that we love about the South. And I'll tell you, that very first verse, the verse about my great-granddad was a farming man, that's 100% true. My great-grandfather and great-grandmother, they had, I want to say, 8 children. They lived in the Mississippi, Tennessee area, and they had jobs, and with 8 kids, and you're going back, decades, they had very, very little money. My great-grandmother actually made all of their children's clothes. Made them, physically sewed them and made them, but what she couldn't make was their shoes. So during season, they would go out in the cotton fields and the tobacco fields, and they would literally pick tobacco and cotton in order to earn extra money to buy all their kids new shoes before the first day of school. So that first verse, it's my family. It's exactly what my ancestors and my great-grandparents did. And everything is about being proud of being from where you're from. And not that there's anything wrong with being from anywhere else, but you have to have some hometown pride. And so they worked all day, in weathered skin, and cotton's got thorns, and it tears up your hands, but you go out there and you do the job, and you work hard, and that's kind of that Southern work ethic that I also learned from both of my parents. And then the second verse is, I lived in North Carolina, beautiful country. Kentucky Bourbon obviously is a favorite of the band's, and we've played in Texas for the past couple of years, and the people of Texas are they welcomed us in, and just we were like family. So it's just a tribute to the South. It's a tribute to our values, what we believe in, and we wanted to share that with everybody.
Well,
and that's kind of what Southern Ground's about.
I got to be honest with you, Adam. I think they heard you, literally, because we can't go any time today and in the past since we've been playing you without somebody wanting to know about Southern Ground. It is literally our receptionist. It started coming to me in little notes, and now she's putting it down on a USB and saying, Grant, you deal with this. So I play you guys every day, especially in the breakfast show right here at Galaxy. Here is your most requested song to date, is Blackbird Anthem and Southern Ground. So, you okay there, guys?
Oh, we're awesome, man.
Nice. So,
play you a beer.
well, I tell you what, we'll sit down and have a few brews together, my friend, when you get here to New Zealand, because it'll be an absolute honour to have a beer and a talk about good music, because that's what I'm all about.
They could come back for a personal visit one day.
This is fantastic.
Exactly. Now, what would you say, Barbara?
They could come back for a personal visit.
Yeah, look, you're all the more welcome to be able to hook in and come back for a personal visit anytime you want. Just let Barbara know so that I can expect you. We'd be more than honoured to sit down, have a few quiet ones on after work or something, and just shoot the shit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this too. When we can, connections, sometimes across the internet aren't always the greatest, but when we get down there, we'd love to come in the studio, do a little live acoustic stuff for you guys, and something that maybe you will only Galaxy 107 can play, because we do it and record it right there in your studio.
Nice. We'd love that. I got the production team and everything all nodding their heads going, yep, we'll get the mics sorted. Absolutely.
We have had an absolute blast. Grant, Laura, oh my gosh.
We love you guys.
Drop on in here. I don't know whether you've met my production manager, my boss. This is Terry.
No.
Terry is
asleep.
My wife at the same time. Asleep.
Hey, Terry.
Love it.
And she's the voice in my head that gives me all my stats and stuff like that. So while I'm talking to you, she's talking to me as well. Sometimes it melts together and I get, life's a bitch. Okay, go back to your desk.
Tell them about Nada.
But when we round this up, and we'll round this up now, but don't go anywhere, guys, because we've got a couple of more things that we do, including photos. We'll do a video, because with the amount of traffic, guys, let's be honest, that go onto our website, they don't just stream us, they get all nosy and have a look through our page. Sometimes I feel like the most oogled guy in the world, I really do.
But you're disturbed, so that doesn't bother you.
No, not at all, especially if they're shouting a bit. But we'll go back to the desk and talk about that. Hold on. Oh. Mark's really got to sort that out for me.
Yeah.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, going on almost 12:30. It is 12:29 right now. 19.7 degrees, we'll still call it 20 degrees. That was my prediction earlier on this morning. Tuesday, October the 8th, and I've been joined this morning, coming out of course, Avon Park, Florida. And guys, do you know Jacksonville very well?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, I have a friend of mine there that has a TV company show called the Jacksonville Late Night Television Show, and from time to time I pass him on different bands and everything like that, that maybe he can do a follow-up interview with you in the future. Would you mind if I passed on to Frank Muma your work? Awesome.
I'm a huge. I do like American football. Yes, it's not rugby, but and my favorite team actually is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I actually have a couple Army buddies that I served in Iraq with that live in Jacksonville. So that we've been more than happy to make a trip.
Awesome, and believe me, I'm pretty sure Frank Muma would be very, very interested in meeting yourself and everybody in the band, because he absolutely loves to be able to promote some of the stuff that we do here in New Zealand. We work together from time to time, and it'd be good to be able to see you guys on Jacksonville TV. It really, really would. At the same time, I'll get Barbara to pass all your information on to Steve Baker over in Nashville. And believe me, this guy's connected, really connected. So if he gives you a Facebook post or gets hold of you somehow, please say hello to him for me, because he will and is a big asset to anybody's portfolio. I've got to be honest with you, he really, really is.
Thank you.
having said all of that, guys, but please don't go anywhere. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined today by Blackbird Anthem. Absolutely loved it. Now, Blackbird Anthem, will you please come back again and have another interview with me? Can we look at a new album? Can we talk about new music? And can we discuss how we're going to get you guys down here in New Zealand? Will you come back again?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Trust us, Grant. This is just beginning. This is the beginning of a thing that keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for this young man right here. Singer-songwriter. It's going to be great. We will grow. We will come back with you, and God bless you for supporting us.
Thank you very much.
It has been a very, very big pleasure, and I got to thank not only Derek Brightwell, but also Lee Thompson and the man of the hour. Of course, we're talking about Adam Martin, coming from Blackbird Anthem right here at Galaxy. Thank you, guys. Don't go anywhere. But in the meantime, let's go out with Bob Seger, Against the Wind.